The last 2 years have been difficult and testing for everyone, and I've been on a personal journey of growth and to unfold a deeper connection with myself. This year I've acknowledged the importance of wellness and adopting a slower paced lifestyle. So with that being said, back in October I decided to take myself on a wellness retreat in Singapore at Villa Samedi, held by a company called Blue Sky Escapes. They're a travel and lifestyle company that offer transformative and experiential journeys all around the world. Their goal is that guests return from their journeys with a slight shift in perspective and even a little more enlightened. With the recent pandemic, Blue Sky Escapes brought their self-exploratory retreats to Singapore to facilitate journeys inward. So, with no previous meditation or wellness experience, I decided to dive in with a completely open mind. And this is how it went. Hello from Villa Samedi. I've just checked in to my beautiful room and the retreat is about to begin. I'm very, very excited. A bit apprehensive just because I don't know what to expect, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what this retreat has in store. So I'm going to give you a quick room tour in a moment because I know you guys love room tours as much as I do. We have an opening ceremony in a moment, and then after that is our first session of the day, which is going to be the art of mindfulness and meditation, which I'm really, really looking forward to. I've been really consciously trying to get more into mindfulness this year, so I think it's going to be super interesting. So this is the beautiful room. Look at this incredible 4-poster bed. It's stunning. Look at the size of this wardrobe. It is enormous. Bedside table, and then the bathroom, which is through these little colonial doors. This sink area is absolutely stunning. The bathrooms at Villa Samedi are just incredible. There's also ones you can get with like a plunge pool. That's the one we were in last year. And look at this shower. So pretty. I'm so excited. I'm going to freshen up quickly and I'm going to meet the rest of the gang. And I'll check in with you guys in a few hours after I've had my sessions and tell you all about it. I'm ready to feel zen, that's for sure. I need some zen in my life right now. Something I found really touching about the retreat was the feeling that everyone had chosen to be there for themselves, whether that was to recreate who they wanted to be or how they wanted to show up in the world. Each person had their own story and was on a personal journey to awaken new patterns and ways of being. So gourmet meals were served to us 3 times a day at the retreat, and the guest chefs on site served up a curation of nourishing plant-based recipes using fresh and quality ingredients. Thank you so much. I can honestly say that the food was incredible, and eating vegan and gluten-free throughout the 3 days not only made my body feel better and more energized, but also my mind felt clearer as well. So it felt really good to be eating fresh, clean, plant-based food. And funnily enough, for the next couple of weeks following the retreat, I actually started eating more plant-based options at home and opting for vegan recipes. So it definitely influenced my mindset. Alright guys, I am back. It is now, I think it's almost 10:30 at night. And I've had a really interesting day so far. I had my first ever meditation and mindfulness session. I learned some new meditation and breathing practices. One of them included me dancing, which is not something I had expected to do on this retreat, but it was actually really powerful. I really like doing it with a bunch of people, and you kind of feel that energy in the room and you kind of just let yourself go. I'm someone that's very generally quite self-conscious and shy, so doing that kind of thing in public, even though everyone has their eyes closed, it still was quite like daunting for me. I just went with it and I flowed into it. It was actually really like freeing, and the idea was that we were just shaking off all the bad energy, and I really liked that technique, so that was really cool. And then I just got out of a death meditation, which was a really powerful practice. I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know what a death ceremony was, but the idea is that you are letting go of non-attachment and witnessing consciousness, and it was a guided session where we were lying down the whole time. It's kind of like to identify the true nature of living, what it means to be alive versus dead. It was really interesting. That session was run by Amber Sawyer. I really enjoyed that, and it was a nice way to kind of end the day as well. So tomorrow we are up bright and early at 6:30. I think we have a 7 a.m. start, and tomorrow is actually a day of silence, so if people want to spend the day being silent and not talking, then they can do that. Quite difficult for me when I'm trying to film it for you guys. I think I'm going to make an exception where I can talk to you guys on the camera. I'll definitely try and be as silent as I can throughout the day tomorrow, but I'm going to get showered, get into this comfy bed. I can't wait to curl up into this bed, honestly, get myself some sleep, and I will see you bright and early in the morning when the gong gongs. We have a gong to wake us up, so that's going to be interesting. Good night, guys.
So the purpose of a day of silence is to help provoke insights and reflections and memories that all might come to the surface. When you're in silence, it's also an amazing time for journaling and self-reflection sessions, and that kind of allows you to sit with your thoughts and process them, knowing that these moments of taking pause are truly instrumental into connecting to your true self.
Seabones connecting to the center of the earth. If you can know your level.
After the morning sessions, I chose to break my silence and I took some time to chat with Daniel about creating new habits. I'm someone that usually wakes up in the morning and checks my phone first thing, and then I get straight into work mode. But waking up every morning here at the retreat and spending the first couple of hours of my day just sitting with myself, breathing and stretching, made me feel so much more energized for the day ahead, not only in my mind but body too. This is a habit I definitely want to try and adapt on a daily basis, even if it's just for 10 minutes after I wake up. This morning was quite an emotional one for me, and I decided to eat breakfast alone in my bedroom and have a much needed cry as a release. After, I felt much better and I had some free time to spend with myself, reading and just enjoying the beautiful views at the hotel. So I've just been sitting up here because it's this beautiful little spot and it really reminds me of Bali, and we all know how much I miss Bali. This is the book they kind of gifted me. It's A New Earth, Awakening of Your Life's Purpose. I think it's the same author as The Power of Now, which I actually haven't read either, but I also think it touches on some meditation techniques that we were doing this morning as well, so I'd be interested to read about it now that I've just actually done them. So this next session is apparently discovering our path to the centre. Not too sure what that means, but we'll find out. And then I have a shamanic session later, which I've never done before, so I'm very excited. It's such a beautiful evening. It's my favourite time of the evening. The light is just beautiful at this time of day, so perfect time to sit down, do some meditation. Session and then followed by dinner. Dinner was delicious. I'm so full right now. The food has been incredible here. All vegan, all gluten-free, delicious. That session was really interesting. We basically had to do repeated movements with breath work for 20 minutes straight. So it kind of feels like you're going crazy because you're literally just doing the same things over and over. So it kind of sent me into like this weird trance. It felt really strange. And then the second movement was spinning around in a circle for 10 minutes straight. So obviously you get a bit dizzy, but I definitely felt something. Like there definitely felt like there was like a group energy. And after that we got to lie down for 10-15 minutes, which is always my favorite part. I'm not gonna lie, I do love lying down and meditating. So yeah, I really enjoyed that session. We've now got 45 minutes until the next one. It's gonna be the last session of the evening, and I'll see you there. Okay, I just got back from the last session of the day, Shamanic Journeying, and I hadn't heard about shamanic practices before. The session was held by a practitioner called Danielle van der Velde, and she was telling us about, it's funny because since I was younger I've always been saying you create your own reality, like you create your reality. I was gonna get it tattooed on my back when I was a teenager, like for some reason that quote has always stuck with me. So she started to talk about that and kind of manifesting, and the energy you're putting out is the energy you're getting back. If there's something you're manifesting but deep down you know that you're doubting yourself, then that's not gonna work. It's not gonna manifest properly. Like you genuinely have to believe it. And so shamanic journeying was essentially we were put into this meditative state to receive a journey. So you kind of put out a question to the universe or whoever, kind of go into like a dreamlike state, and you're meant to have all these things happen, a bit like a dream, and then you're meant to note down what happened, and then Danielle can like kind of decode it for you. So it starts off with a particular breathing technique, which I'm going to take forward now. I'm going to try it. She said that a good time to try it is in the morning when you're in that kind of sleepy state still. So I will try that maybe in the next few days. I definitely felt something like the story she told at first was that we were traveling up above our body and through the sky, and it was really weird because I had a blindfold on but I could like see the stars and everything. It was genuinely like I went up into the sky, and I got really excited because I was like, oh my god, this is working. It was really cool at the end to hear everyone else's experiences. So some of them shared what experiences they had and what messages they received. Yeah, it was interesting. So shamanic journeying is, yeah, it's kind of opened up a new world and something that I definitely want to dive deeper into in the future. But yeah, we're up again bright and early tomorrow for the last day. I'm gonna get an early night now. I'm super tired, it's been a really long day. I will see you guys in the morning. Good night.
I'm really going to miss this beautiful little walk every morning. Session was really interesting. It was called An Emergence of Self through Dynamic Meditation, which involved a lot of the first one this morning was particularly interesting because we had to do a lot of like vigorous moving and breathing to kind of bring out a lot of, I don't want to say darkness that's within us, but stuff that we bottle up for sure, whether that's sadness or anger or anything like that. So Amber, the lady that was running it, said that it's like shaking up a bottle of like Coke or something and letting it burst. So we had to do a series of movements and breathing techniques to allow that to kind of come to the surface, and it was definitely emotional for a lot of people. And then there was a really interesting practice where we all had to sit around in a circle and have eye contact with the person opposite us for 1 minute, and then we'd rotate, so you're having eye contact with like quite a few people from the group, and a lot of people just ended up crying. I managed to hold it together. I've been crying in private, FYI. I don't usually like crying in front of people, but a lot of people just let it go, which was amazing. A lot of people said that they felt more seen. It was definitely more powerful and a really nice way to connect with people. So yeah, it was a really, really cool experience. Definitely a few takeaways from that. So checking out this beautiful room where I've had the best night's sleep ever. So yeah, let's get some food. Gosh, how amazing does breakfast look? So I went for the omelette again, which I had yesterday, with mushrooms, tomatoes and spinach, and then this oatmeal with berries. Okay, it is a few days later now since I have returned home from the retreat. And this week I've just been feeling super zen, super chilled. Like for the first couple of days I kind of felt like I was just floating. It was this really weird, like just at peace feeling, which I haven't felt in such a long time. So that was super nice. Also found myself just recognizing when I need to take time to breathe and have a moment to myself. So I'll often just crawl up onto the bed or on the sofa, cross my legs and just spend 5 or 10 minutes just breathing and meditating and focusing on my breath. But now it's kind of become a habit to me after I spent the last few days at the retreat doing that. It's just kind of become a habit that I'm really enjoying doing. They also gave us this really great returning to the outer world reintegration guide, which has been super helpful. So it's basically just a guide on what we should be doing day 1 after we leave the retreat, and then like a week later and a month later. And it just kind of gives you an idea how to check in with yourself, which is something again I would never do. I would never sit down and be like, Georgia, how are we feeling today? How's your body feeling? How's your mind feeling? And what are we going to do about that? So yeah, the retreat was incredible, an incredible experience. So grateful that I had it. Completely outside of my comfort zone. I did a lot of things that made me uncomfortable. But how else do we grow? We have to go out our comfort zone to be able to grow as people. So if you guys are seeking a transformative experience and want to kind of invest in yourself, I'm going to leave Blue Sky Escape's website down below for you guys. There's also going to be a promo code down there that will help you unlock certain experiences. So they have things like outbound journeys, wellness retreats, which I've just been on, and also wellness sessions as well. So there's lots of services available. I'm sure you guys will find something there that fits you. If there's any takeaway from this video, I just want to encourage you guys to take care of yourselves, invest time in yourself. Mindfulness, self-care, self-love is all very important. Thank you for joining me. Do thumbs up the video if you liked it. Subscribe as always, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.